Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. I'm UA, and yeah, as we continue this Dying Chain nostalgia series, how many of you guys remember Blimpie? Because I'll tell you, I sure don't. At least where I grew up, there weren't many Blimpies in my neighborhood and in my town. And Blimpie, I think Blimpie's heyday might have been before my time. Like, I think I might have missed the peak of Blimpie and only caught it on the way down. Now, you know how the mighty have fallen. Now they're down to like, I think just a few hundred, maybe even less than 200. And it was not easy to find one. There's not a single Blimpie in all of New York City, for example. So I had to track one down in Jersey City, in Journal Square, Jersey City, New Jersey. And just from appearance, I mean, Blimpie kind of almost just looks like a dated brand, right? Like it just looks like an old brand. Like the logo definitely looks like something from like the 80s or something. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how up to par this is to company regulations, but the sign also doesn't look really well maintained, and it looks old, but not really in a nostalgic retro way. Like it doesn't look old in a charming way, it looks old in just like a old way and like a used way and you know, like a dated and, you know, should be replaced way. I mean, I don't know. It seems like Blimpie still has a lot of fans. I mean, a lot of people are coming and going in the store, and it's also 2 o'clock now, so it's a little bit past the lunch rush. I believe I haven't eaten at Blimpie many times at all. Like I think I've only eaten at Blimpie maybe once or twice in my whole life, you know, without really knowing much about it. Like I kind of just wanted a sandwich and I walked in, and I remember Blimpie, actually, I thought the food was solid. I thought, at least compared to like Subway and even Quiznos, I thought the food was solid. Like, you know, it was like a solid cold cut sandwich. Maybe not the best one you're gonna have, not as good as like a neighborhood deli, a neighborhood sandwich shop that really hits the spot, but I thought as far as chains go, it was quite excellent. So unlike the other chains that we reviewed, where I definitely had some fond memories of them, you know, such as Boston Market and Fuddruckers, Blimpie I don't really have much nostalgia for. I didn't really grow up eating it, so I'm gonna be completely unbiased, completely objective in that regard, without that nostalgia. So yeah, let's try it. Let's see how Blimpie is. Let me get a Blimpie best, small, and then after that I'll do a small meatball parmesan. So thank you. Yes, everything. Yes, please. Sorry? What? Oh, salt. Yes, salt, yes. Yes, please. Gotta have the mayo. Otherwise it's dry. That's it? Yep, and then the other sandwich. Yes, please. All right, guys, so we took our Blimpie for the road. We got our Blimpie subs here. Luckily, we found a table, you know, right outside of this supermarket. So lucky us. This might even be a better situation than eating inside the restaurant. So we got 2 sandwiches. I figured I would try a hot sandwich and I would try a cold sandwich. So one with the Blimpie's best, which I think it had like some, you know, it had some cold cuts. It had capicola, also known as gabagool. What else did it have? I think it had like salami or something, but one of these is a cold sandwich, more of a classic, and then another is one of the hot sandwiches. Anyways, even though they did wrap it in foil to keep it warm, let's still eat the hot sandwich first, just because the cold one obviously is designed, you know, more to last. You know, it's a cold sandwich, it's not a hot one. So both of these sandwiches were about $7, so the prices I thought were actually not bad. So all right, so this is our meatball sub, a staple at all of these sandwich chains now. Subway has a particularly good one. Where I'm from, Wawa is quite popular. Wawa has a really good, or they used to have a really good meatball hoagie back in the day. I'm not so sure about now, but it's looking pretty solid. I mean, you know, some big, generous meatballs, you know, lots of sauce, lots of zesty sauce, and the cheese is a little bit melted. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this. So, the Blimpie hot sandwich, the hot sub, meatball parm. So many birds up there. Have you guys seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds? I don't know, making me feel a little nervous. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the meatballs are, you know, they're pretty big. I think the blend of the meatballs are kind of nice. I like the flavor of the sauce. You know, the sauce is spiced well. You know, it's got that real Italian flavor, like that zesty Italian meatball flavor. Like, it's not too sweet. I don't typically like when these Italian tomato sauces are too sweet, but you know, this sauce it's quite nice. The bread is also nice too. Like, look at this bread. Look at this, you know, look at this soft bread. I feel like this bread is nicer than bread that you typically, it's nicer than bread that you typically would expect from a fast food restaurant. I mean, just in general at Blimpies, it just seems like, at least, I don't know, I mean, obviously it's possible that this is just a, you know, this is just a good franchise, this is just a good location. Maybe this isn't representative of most Blimpies, but I mean, just look, I mean, they're slicing the cheese individually, the bread just looks fresher, looks better, and the ingredients look better and fresher, and they taste better too, so not bad. Definitely one of the better meatball subs I've had. The bread is all toasted because they, you know, they grilled it under a panini press. Whatever meat mix, meat blend they're using for the meatball, pretty nice. It tastes great. So that's the hot sandwich. Let's put that aside. And now let's review the cold sandwich, what is probably their flagship sandwich, the Blimpie's Best. And yeah, that's the Blimpie. Apparently that's what their name Blimpie means. Apparently they feel like the sandwiches look like blimps. So if this is the Blimpie official sandwich, then I guess this is a Blimpie right here. And it looks like it's similar bread. You know, definitely looks like it's better than that Subway quality bread. And a lot of veggies, although I gotta say that the volume of the meats do not look very heavy. It doesn't look like they're using very many slices of meat at all, just like a few slices. So I feel like compared to other, you know, more local, more third-party Italian delis that I've been to, I feel like other places are more generous, non-fast food places. So anyways, let's try it. Or actually, it's a little bit thicker than it looked from that angle. Actually, it might be an okay portion. So let's try a bite of the Blimpie's Best. Okay. It's not bad. It's not great. Let's take another bite. You know, I think as far as like these cold cut, like, you know, these colder sub sandwiches. Sorry, it's kind of loud here. But yeah, I think as far as these like cold cut, like these cold, you know, subs go, it wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't one of the best I've had. This was probably comparable to Jersey Mikes. I would say it's definitely better than like Subway, but in terms of like a good quality local spot, I wouldn't really put too much stock into it. But at the end of the day though, it's still using definitely better ingredients, fresher ingredients. Again, I don't know if this is just a good location. Maybe other franchises are not this high quality, but the bread definitely just looks more like bakery quality. It definitely looks more akin to bread that you would get at like a local deli rather than at like a chain or fast food restaurant. Might be hard to see with the lighting since it's getting a little bit cloudy now, but the veggies are all fresh. Cheese is good quality because they're slicing the cheese individually for every sandwich, not using pre-sliced cheese. And I was wrong, even though there are delis that I like that are much more generous with the meat, there's still, you know, the meat quantity is actually not bad either. Definitely better than some other chains, I would say. Like, I think Subway literally just gives you like a few pieces. There's at least a few layers, so, you know, it's not a great quantity, but it's not bad. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is still a chain restaurant. This is still fast food, but I would say for me, Blimpie definitely passes the taste test for me. I would say it's definitely one of the better sandwich chains I've been to for sure. So that just leads me to wonder, guys. I mean, the food's actually not bad. The food's actually, I think, generally solid. So, I mean, what went wrong with Blimpie? I didn't grow up eating it, unlike some of the other chains we reviewed, so I don't have the nostalgia for it. This is actually maybe only my second or third time ever eating Blimpie in my whole life. And the other times were kind of just by accident, and I kind of just wandered into one when I needed food. So in this case, the only hypotheses I can offer for potentially why Blimpie declined is maybe similar to other chains that fell, like Quiznos. Maybe it was kind of like in between. Like, I felt like in my Quiznos video, I said that I felt like the reason why Quiznos declined and Subway rose is I got the feeling that Quiznos was better than like Subway, but it wasn't good enough to eat there consistently over your favorite local sandwich shops, like your higher quality family-owned mom and pop shops. I think Blimpie might be sort of similar in that it's definitely better than Subway, for example. The food is definitely just higher quality, better ingredients, but unlike Subway, it's not cheap. Well, back when Subway was cheap, but it's not cheap and convenient. But unlike mom and pop shops, the more local, higher quality shops, it's not like just the taste doesn't blow you away. So it doesn't really compete with like the more family run spots that are better in terms of their quality of the food. And then other than that, one more idea I'm gonna offer, it could be their branding, it could be their marketing, I really don't think that their logo is very good. I mean, they might want to keep tradition, they might want a retro look, but to me, their logo, their branding, it just looks dated. Like, it doesn't look retro in like a appealing way. I mean, say what you will about Subway, but Subway's got great marketing. They've always had good marketing with their $5 foot long jingle. They have all these like NFL players, collabing and doing commercials for them. Oh, someone's holding their voice for a long time, singing a tone. Impressive. Like, even Quiznos kind of had those, sponge monkey things and, that obnoxious talking baby, which, they were obnoxious and they were annoying, but they were kind of edgy, they were kind of memorable, right? I mean, the fact that we remember those commercials like 15, 20 years later, it just shows that they were sort of effective marketing. While Blimpie, I don't know, like someone like me who did not grow up during Blimpie's heyday, and there was not even a Blimpie in my location, I'll just be honest, I hadn't really heard of Blimpie until more recently. I mean, unless you're already familiar with the brand, then you're just not really gonna know them based upon their advertising. So anyways, I don't know. I mean, what do I know? I'm not an expert in business. I'm not in, I don't work at Blimpie. I'm not in their corporate headquarters. So I'm really just brainstorming right here. But to me, this is really an interesting case study because to me, it just seems like the food is solid, but something about Blimpie is just not working in 2024. So yeah, how the mighty have fallen. Anyways, let's wrap up this video. See what I did there. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this vid. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Why do you think Blimpie declined? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments because great minds eat alike. And as always, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. That way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. And where do you think I should review next? What dying chain or nostalgic chain? I guess it doesn't have to be dying. What chain do you think I should review next? Let me know in the comments as well. And
I'm your biggest fan!
Oh, you are? Oh, thank you. We're gonna take this to go. So until next time, I'll see you later.